where we are now assembling a premium principal partnership for play as a team. I'm looking forward to that, kicking that off very soon. I'll be making a Las Vegas trip for about a week. I plan on doing that after I get back from South Carolina. We have put together a sisters and me being the only boy, siblings, three sisters and myself, gathering to share in some good times with older sister whose health has been failing, and she particularly asked for this uh, occasion that we're going to do it next week. So I'll go down to South Carolina over the course of I think Thursday night till Sunday next week. So I'll be down there, but I may come on while I'm there and put on a show uh, as well. So we'll get to there. I've got a lot of things to cover tonight. Um, Joseph Gurecki, hey buddy, how you doing? Hey Chuck, how's everything? Good to see you. So let's get a few more in here, and then I'll begin trying to cover some points for the evening. Beautiful, beautiful night. I've had threatening rain in and out all day, but never amounted to a whole lot. But it's a very calm and peaceful night. Of course, there's 45,000 students that are not here right now, so that makes things quiet also. So, hey Trish, good evening. Glad to hear it, Joseph. Good man. So we get a few more in here, and I'll tell you some of the things that are on my mind tonight. And also make a demonstration as well that we never know how those things are going to turn out, but we're going to give it our best shot. HR Green Shark, good evening. So we have some more joining us on the premium level partnership, our limited partnership. Um, we had Bill, we got Trish, uh, Don, Kevin, Chuck, Larry. I believe Michael, Mark, and Maurice are going to come in too. And we got King Alan Wander came in this morning, so good to have him. So it is growing. We're probably going to have 10 or more in it. And of course, anybody is welcomed at any time to join. Anybody's welcome to expand their ownership in shares. We have many are at the 1,000 level. We have some at the 2,000 level, and of course, we have one at the 5,000 level. And so you're available to go as high as 10, and we're going to make it what we can make it for us all. And I'm going to talk about that because oftentimes I get a comment from someone about I'm changing, or I'm refining, I'm changing what I was doing before, and the simple truth is yes, I am. It's kind of like a basketball team going through the season. What do? They keep practicing because they want to be better. I am running a Kings Club practice here. I'm practicing. I am forever trying to evolve and get things improved. Back after World War II, an American economist named Charles Deming was brought into Japan to get their economy started again, to get their businesses started again. And one of the things he espoused was total quality management, which is an ever improving process of no matter how good it is, let's make it better. And that's what influenced that quality was a journey, not a destination. And that's what I do with the Kings Club with my baccarat. When I finally went from roulette to baccarat, because of the simple thing of baccarat is roulette without a green zero or green zeros, but it's also only has two colors. It doesn't have 18 on each side. There's only one on each side, which lended itself to me believing that through D'Alembert and some logical bet progression and some logical selection, that you could indeed win at this game. And we've proven it because in 14 months, we've only lost once. And that one time we lost was when I turned into a complete dummy in Shelbyville and got caught up in that dealer's 7 banker push. and that's what killed me that night. And I never have done that again. I stayed clear of it all the while. But I want to talk about how Charles Deming and his quality influenced me. I studied his quality measures for a long time, to where I adopted them in everything that I do, and I use it in this in what I'm doing with the Kings Club on how do we beat baccarat. Well, we've been beating it for 14 months, and we're going to keep beating it even more. And I'm going to introduce you to another refinement tonight, so that you see that I am not going to stop. I'm going to continue to try to find ways that we can win. The last thing that I would want to say about that is there's some criminologists named James Wilson and George Kelling, that they came up with a theory called broken windows, the broken windows theory. And I'm a big believer in the broken windows theory. And the broken windows theory states that if you have high crime areas that have broken windows, beat up roads, uh, garbage and mess everywhere, that if you restore that neighborhood to looking good, there's less chance that crime will continue to go there, because people look at a worn, rundown area and they commit crimes. And if they're looking at a much better area, there's a less chance to commit crimes. And so I do believe in the broken windows theory. But one other thing about the broken windows theory that I adapt in everything I'm doing, it says, when you hear someone say, I got bigger fish to fry, in management techniques, you fry the small fish first, because you can't leave any fish unfried. And in what I try to do here with baccarat, I will fry all the fish, but I definitely will fry the small fish also, because I'm looking for ways to make us better. So the last thing I would say is this: I learned so many things from doing autopsies. I talk about them, looking at the big road afterward. And what the big road afterward does is it kind of reinforces what we had a famous bank robber that was robbing banks in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And one time when he was arrested, they asked him, Willie Sutton was his name, they asked him, Willie, why do you rob all the banks? And his answer was, that's where they keep the money. As simple as that. And in baccarat, they keep the money in the big road autopsy. You can find the money in the big road autopsy. That's where I find it, and that's where I refine things. And so, thinking of where the money is, looking at the big road, and looking at what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to show you tonight, and we'll see how it works out. But oh yeah, the last thing I want to say is this: remember, you're in control of your game when you're at the baccarat table, and I want you to use the system refinement that I've shown you, the most recent one at the time, and because I can't tell you there won't be more, but if there are more, it will be better. And if it's not better, I will scrap it and I will find something better. But use the D'Alembert plus 4 units after losses, minus 3 units after wins. But keep in mind, you're going to lose more hands than you win. And so if you find yourself in positive territory, you're up 4, 5, or 6 units, but you've lost 2 or 3 hands in a row, and you're up to the 12 or 16 unit bet, you're in charge of your bet. Move it back down to the 4 units, because you don't want to get caught in high unit losses. You can lose at 16, lose at 20, and now you're in a real dogfight. Don't do that to yourself. If you find yourself plus 2 or 3 units and you're at the 12 unit bet, move it back down to 4, to where it's more manageable, and you will find less stress, and you will find that you can get another 4 unit win and you can walk, because at 7 units, 8 units, 6 units, you've got enough money. So what I'm just saying is, you are actually in charge of your game, and so play it that way. Looking at the big road, I put in one hand earlier. So we have got a player bet here. I'm going to go $100 units, up 400, down 3. See, can we make some money? You can check the bottom. We're at 1,820,000, and we'll see where this goes. And like I always say, sometimes I'm more than happy if I get beat, because I learn from getting beat. So let's see if I'm going to get beat tonight. I'm going to play a $400 bet right here on banker, and we're betting that the player hand is going to chop. We're betting chops right now. And just like that, with that $400 win, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit out, because I'm playing chop 1, 2, 3, Any win, you sit out until you get a new chop. And I'm going to bet 100 because you're going down 3 units. Even though you started at 4, you're going down 3 units. And the beauty of this is you can win the 4, lose the 1, then win the 5, and you're up 8 units. And that's walk time right there. So we got right now, we've got a chop bet on the banker. So we're going to bet $100 on the player right now, trying to chop that banker. And after having lost that, now we're going to add 4 units. So we're going to bet $500 on the player right now. This is chop 1, 2, 3. This is the 2 that we're trying to chop. There it is right there. We're trying to chop that 2 right now with a player bet, $500. And there's the illustrating exactly what I said. Now, I'm not going to belabor this because we could go ahead on, but with this, okay, let's do it. Let's go a couple of more hands and see if we. I never would stay at the table when I'm up $780. I'm going to take that money and go. But we won at 5, so we go down 3, and we're going to bet $200 on the banker that he will chop this one player win. We had one player win, yeah. We're going to bet that he's going to chop this player win. $200 bet. And with that loss, we're going to bet $400. So here we go. Let's see how bad I get beat. That happens sometimes. You get slid back right there. So, oh gosh, I lost track of what we bet. I think, all right. So I'm thinking and holding the phone at the same time, but we had 100. Then we had 500, I think it was. So this would be a $900 bet. This would be a $900 bet that we would chop this player bet right here. Okay, good. Now we're getting killed. Okay, so the next bet's going to be $1,300. You see why you should walk with 780. There's no bet here. So, but the next bet will be $1,300. Please remember I was up 780. So now we got a nice string of bets going right there, but we're not playing. We got player bets. We finally got a banker. Now we're going to play, and this is going to escalate now. So we're going to $1,300 on the player. And with the tie, we'll repeat the $1,300. And with the $1,300, this is a good time to show you the example. It's like the next bet should be $1,000. I'm not going to do it. We started at $1,820,000, so I'm up $580 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the bet to 400, and I'm going to bet that we can chop that player with a $400 bet. Just showing you this a little bit longer. You see already we've lost more hands than we won because that's what happens. So here's the banker bet for $400. And now we have a banker bet of 800. And now we're up $940. So we're $60 short of 1,000. I think the one thing that you would readily say is it wasn't a sparkling, sterling night of everything. We didn't sweep everybody out. All we did was quietly win $940 in about 15 minutes. And that's what I'm going to do for you. This is the way we're going to play it. I will reset anytime, but I want to have to, I'm not trying to make extra thousands and risk money. I'm trying to avoid risks and make money in a satisfactory way. This is the chop 1, 2, 3. This is the 4 units up after losses, 3 units down after wins, resetting at your base level whenever you're ahead to avoid getting caught in a hot deck going against you. I'll also add one thing before I close. There was an article that came out today about a baccarat cheating scandal of millions of dollars from a team of 6 guys. They were indicted on June 2nd in Easton, Pennsylvania, playing at a Pocono casino. And they had been caught cheating at baccarat in Chicago, the Poconos, and Biloxi, Mississippi over a period of about a year and a half. Now, it's a fascinating job. Chuck, you won 400 today? Were you playing chop pairs and chop quads, or what were you playing? Chuck just came in. I didn't want to bother him with with his results today, but I see you won 400 today. I'm so excited about it. Um, I'm going to talk to you about some other things, team things that I've got for ideas. I ran them by King John out in Vegas today, and he's doing the digitization of what I have put forward, and we'll be talking about how we're going to play this as we go forward, Chuck. But anyway, congratulations on your win today. I don't care what you played, but I do believe that chop 1, 2, 3 is better than chop. Oh, you were responding to the bet. Okay, there you go. There you go. He played it straight up, responding to the bet. The whole thing is, in baccarat, there is a better tendency of a chop than there is a streak. If you look at streaks, if you look at trying to play follow the winner, it'll always lose. If you play chops and you bet it right, you will have the best chance of winning. Now, I'm not saying that when a particular banker or a player streaks 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, 14 times, you don't chase that down the hole trying to make it chop on the next one. Let it go. Just let it go until you're ready to restart. Okay, Eddie, I don't know who you are, but congratulations on your win at Hard Rock Sacramento, and congratulations for getting your head out of the ground and realizing that roulette is not nearly as good a game as baccarat. Congratulations, my friend. The chop is the way to play, but don't chase it forever. Play it fresh. It'll chop during the 1, 2, and 3 most of the time, all the way through the shoe, and then it'll streak 4, 5, 6, up to 14 maybe. Don't be involved in it. Just let it sit there and go. But the 6 guys that were cheating at baccarat, and they'd won a couple of $1 million over the course of a year. Um, oh, bankroll, yeah, that's a solid bankroll, Eddie. The way they were cheating is not shown in the article because the people writing the article don't know anything about baccarat. But the way they were cheating was they had an app that was on one of their phones that could video and send the video to a partner that was back in a hotel room. So what they would video was one guy would cut the deck. And when he would cut the deck, and maybe this is because it was at these casinos, but oh, sorry, Eric. Yeah, there you go. I was thinking you were the boxer Eddie or Carol, or the jockey Eddie or Carol. So, Eric, thank you. But I'm multitasking here, Eric. My bad. But what the guys were doing was they would cut the deck in a way that you could see some cards that would be coming up toward the end of the shoe, and they were looking for 7s and 8s. It doesn't say that, but that's what they were doing because you weren't going to win even money bets towards and make money. So they had 6 guys that would sit at the table. All the guys were in their own partnership, and they were all playing together. And they would see where the 7s and 8s were, and as it got toward the end of the deck, they would begin to play the pandas and the dragons, and they would hit large bets. So anyway, they got busted and they got indicted June 2nd, and it's 6 Asian guys, not surprising. They are computer whizzes, and they are familiar with baccarat very much, but they got caught, and the guy with the camera on his phone, he thought he was being slick. He would put one of the scorecards over his camera and sit it on the table, not thinking anybody would notice. Well, of course they do. Hey, Mark Myers, how you doing, buddy? So anyway, they were busted today, and they're out on bail, and who knows how bad it'll go, but they're going to be arraigned later this month. I'm working on more ways for us to win, and I have other things on the drawing board right now to guarantee wins for us. but all the wins will be absolutely legal, of course. What we're going to do is use our autopsies and see where the money is, and we're going to find the money the same way we did tonight. It wasn't the smoothest of games, but this is baccarat, and we won $940 tonight, and I'm very happy with that. I want to do that several sessions every day. So going to come back with more on this and talk to you more about Chop 1, 2, 3. Because we've had Chop 2, 4, and we've had Chop 2, 3. We've had Chop 2 only, because the single bet is really the best thing if you can do it, because it keeps you in the range of everything. You don't get yourself buried. So we might just show a top Chop 2, but don't play a streak 2. Don't play a streak anything. The only thing to play is a chop, and you can simplify it as many ways as you want. And just like you see here, this is no aberration. When you see this goes from player to banker and it has 2, and then goes to player, and okay, so it has 5. But when it goes back to banker, it chops right back again to player, and after only 1 win, it chops right back over to the banker again. The chop is what you're going to see more often than not, and so know that that's where the money is, and work your autopsies out to where you can see exactly where the money's hidden, just like Willie Sutton did. Thanks to all of you. I love you all. Anybody who wants to jump in with the partnership, please do so, because we're going to be going to South Carolina to do the thing with my sisters, and then I'm going to be coming back here and setting up the airline and the hotel, and I'm going back to Vegas, and we're going to do it. We only had short sessions out there because of all the calamities that happened to me, but even at that, we had 7 solid sessions of plus $3,840 while we were out there, and we win money all the time. Yeah, thank you, Trish, and good night to you, darling. To all of you, congratulations to Chuck. Keep on playing. Play the way you play, brother. I like it. So thanks a lot. Love you all. Good night.